Straight out of the left coast of the coast in the east. Started off on the quest to find his favorite drink. We talk sports, comics, silver screen. Don't forget about the music, cause we loving the beats. A slice of life for the whole damn pie. We got it all. We know you feeling the vibe. From old Gen X to young Gen Z. Either way, we gon' drink. It's Son and Pops.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of sonandpopsculture. I'm Son.
And I'm Pops.
And this is episode 126.
Really?
Yeah.
Pick up sticks. All in the mix. 126. Wow.
Yeah.
Remember,
so
numbers are getting bigger and bigger, bro.
They are. They're adding up.
Yeah.
Be long to say soon.
Yeah.
But who are we and what do we do?
What we do here at Son and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, sports, comic books, literature, and a little slice of life. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Son and Pops. And I forgot to say you get the whole pie. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
Well, you can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Son and Pops Culture. There we have highlights of the show. We have the full visual episodes up on YouTube, and we do other fun stuff on our Instagram like trivia. But if you ever want us to talk about a certain something or you just want to chat, hit us up because we love hearing from you guys.
True indeed. We love getting feedback from our listeners because, to be honest, we couldn't do it without you. So
true. Thank you.
Thank you again for listening. And I saw you loaded something on TikTok recently. I just happened to catch that. Yeah. So
it was your recent comic call.
Yeah. I was like, oh. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. I'm actually wearing the same shirt, but I do have one shirt.
I've noticed, just looking at previous videos, you do wear that shirt a lot.
Yeah,
I guess it's your trademark.
I guess it is. Me rocking the Target Marvel shirt.
It's clean. If it's clean,
it was because you know me.
You're good.
But this is the first shirt of color I've worn in like a week. You know, I got a
color.
I got a fresh new pack of white tees. I've been rocking them every day. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So it's Father's Day.
Yeah, I wanted to start off by saying Happy Father's Day.
Oh,
the show.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, the show wouldn't be a show if it weren't for you.
Guess without the pop. I guess so, huh?
Yeah. So thank you.
That's one way to. Well, thank you, my seed, for asking me to do a show with you.
Yeah.
It was and to all the fathers out there, I say Happy Father's Day. And to those mothers out there doing double duty, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an interesting Father's Day. People, my basement flooded, and I've been dealing with that all day. But it's all good. It's that southwestern Pennsylvania weather for you. So, rain. I just found out June is the rainiest month in the Pittsburgh area. So clearly it is.
Makes sense.
Clearly it is. Yeah. So fought that battle all day, but here we are to put it down one more again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, Happy Father's Day. You want to start where we always start?
Yes, indeedy, with this week's drink. This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want, because either way,
we gonna drink.
What do you have for the people today, buddy?
Today, as I crack it open, I have the same thing I've been having because I'm finishing the pack.
That's so
I have
funny.
A fine Pilsner beer, Miller Lite.
The ML.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, a listener hit me up this week, and we were chatting, and she said to me, "Julius is pretty frugal, huh?" And I said, "Yeah. Why do you ask that?" She said, "Well, I noticed he'll just say, 'Hey, same thing I had last week,'" and I was like, "That's funny. That's really funny."
Funny.
Yeah. So
keen observation.
Yeah. I know. She said frugal. You know what I said?
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. But
synonym for that.
Yeah. But I have a oldie but goodie because it's been one of those days. freshly made Manhattan.
Oh, nice. You made it yourself?
Made it myself. I
Cool,
made
cool,
it pretty
cool.
stout, but I'm gonna sip on this. I hope, because I got work to do later. So we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, how'd your pour go?
Somehow I just spilled a whole bunch.
What?
Not a bunch, but like the can.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I
Party
can't tell
foul.
if it's the condensation or the drink itself. But hey, it's in my glass, most of it.
Yeah,
So
that's
we're
you did
good.
alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good. All right. Cheers.
So yeah. All right.
Happy
Cheers.
Father's Day.
Thank you, buddy. I was told by a friend that today is actually Happy Motherfuckers Day, and I was like, "That's funny," but that's how we get that E rating. Yeah. So yeah. Let's talk about the poll. You got a poll for us this week?
Yeah, I do. Every week on our Instagram, I ask you guys a question on Saturdays, and the next episode, I share the results. So this latest survey was, what is the best How to Train Your Dragon movie? I asked this because, did you not?
Did I miss that?
Yeah, you did miss it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's down. But yeah, what's the best How to Train Your Dragon movie? Posted it because why? The live action adaptation came out this past weekend, which both of us will be reviewing later this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for the first time ever in a poll, leading the results was 100% was How to Train Your Dragon, the OG, the first, the animated version.
Wait, did you say it got 100%?
Yeah, first time in our polls.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So whether that's because it's the best one or maybe people just didn't see the other ones, I don't know. But hey, it won.
Wow.
I voted for it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have.
Yeah.
Did you put the reboot on there or the remake on there too?
Yeah, I put How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, The Hidden World, which was the third one, and then the live action.
Wow. I'll talk about How to Train Your Dragon later. I'm gonna end up talking about the whole franchise. So, but yeah, that's pretty wild. 100%er, huh? That's definitely our first.
That was our first. Yeah, we've had close, but that was our first one ever. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you want to get into? News and rumors?
Yeah, I think we could start with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have a variety of news, I would say, this episode. Some announcements. Some casting announcements, some trailers, some hypotheticals. You want to start off with some good news? We got an announcement for Spaceballs 2. 37, I think they said.
37. It came out in 87. So yeah, we're the sequel. I guess some people were dying for. I mean, I'm like cool, but it's just like wow. I don't know if this is a good thing or it's like Hollywood's completely run out of ideas. I mean, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks is returning as Yogurt, 98 years old.
Wow, good for him, man.
Did you watch the announcement?
I didn't watch it. No, I just read bits and pieces about it.
So he was actually at the end of it, like talking. For 98, like he's looks pretty good and sounds good too.
Yeah. Did he write this one?
I don't know. I they didn't even start filming yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. You don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing because in the video it's a scrolling. It's the Star Wars scrolling text, and it's like since the last Spaceballs we've had a prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy, a spin-off show of the prequel. Like it was listing all the stuff they've had, and there was like plus 8 Harry Potter movies and a reboot series of the Harry Potter series, 7 Jurassic Park films. It was just listing all the franchises that have happened since the last Spaceballs. And I was like, and then at the end it said, and there's only been one Spaceballs.
So true.
So I think them listing all that kind of shows you the headspace they're in.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of material to
make
fun of.
They
fun
could
of.
beat Star Wars completely up if they wanted.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they totally could.
They could.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like Spaceballs. I've only seen it like once. To be honest with you.
Me
Yeah.
too. To be honest.
And it was like 1987 when I saw it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it because that type of humor was never my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to rewatch it. And I mean, I have that Dark Helmet shirt you guys got me years ago. You know,
I don't
so
remember that. Wow.
yeah, I have a dark. Yeah, you guys got me a Dark Helmet shirt, and I was like, "What do you know about Dark Helmet?" But but I rock it. It fits nice. But yeah, I'm curious. I am.
Me
I'm
too.
curious to see what they do. You know, I mean, it's that's a long time.
That's a long time.
And
But that type of humor grows on me. Like the more I see like
yeah.
scenes of Spaceballs, or just like Mel Brooks' other movies,
Mhm.
that's very clever.
They're quotable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the
I heard
industry
Rick
needs to
I
be
heard
made fun of.
I heard
right
Rick
now.
Moranis is coming back.
Yeah, that's
Rick
big
Moranis,
too.
which is that's huge.
Yeah, that's
So,
huge. Yeah.
yeah, you know, I almost said massive, but but yeah. So yeah, yeah. So I'm curious. You know, I'll check it out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
it's
yeah,
crazy.
we have that in 2027.
Yeah.
Scary Movie, I think 6 is coming soon. So
really.
yeah, and the brothers are coming back for it.
The
That's why
Wayans
it's a
are
big
back
deal.
for it.
Yeah,
That's
a
good.
big
That's
deal.
what's up. Yeah, they got forced out of that franchise, which is insane. They created it and got forced out. So yeah, that's dope that they're getting another swing at it.
So yeah, we might have a boom of decent
dumb humor
movie.
Yeah. I guess satire. Yeah,
I would say satire because like
yeah,
Scary Movie is dumb at points, but you know it has a point to it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, well, they're coming out with a new Naked Gun movie too, right?
Oh yeah,
Liam Neeson, which is bananas.
I know. I saw that trailer. It actually made me laugh. Did you watch the trailer?
I think I did once.
Oh.
I did. Actually, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
you think we talked about it?
Oh, did we? No.
Well, go ahead, talk about it again.
I was just saying, like, because it has like the robbers robbing the bank, and then the little girl walks in, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And then she takes off her mask.
Yeah.
And then it's Liam Neeson, and he's like 6 feet tall, and the girl's clothes. Like that's just funny. It's so dumb. It's funny.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's funny. Yeah.
Like you just it
Stupid
knows
humor.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it shows like O.J. Simpson. Like all the cops,
that's right.
All the
they were at that
like,
wall of fame.
To their dads, and the one cop was O.J. Simpson. And he like looked at the camera.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So terrible. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So hey, I'm here for him. I'm here for all of them.
Me too.
I'll watch them at some point, whether it's in theaters or at home.
Mm-hmm.
But and I did tell you this. I just learned. I was like years old when I found out that. Well, when they announced Spaceballs 2, they said Bill Pullman, star of Spaceballs, his son Lewis Pullman will be starring with him, and Lewis Pullman was Bob, aka the Sentry, in Marvel Thunderbolts, and I never knew that. And then
Bob
as soon as they
and Top Gun Maverick,
Top Gun Maverick. So as soon as I saw him, I was like, another Nepo baby. I was like,
I didn't
know
until you just told me. And then, when you see the picture, you're like, "Oh my god, that is his son."
You're
and
like,
then,
that's his son.
I immediately thought, "Oh, another Nepo baby."
Yeah, I'm like, that's so crazy. But
like, this makes sense. He's having his moment. Right
yeah. Look at that.
Yeah,
look at that. But
I do like how they're doing a father-son thing. I think that
that's cool. That's cool.
That can bring some funny humor, like literally Anakin and Luke.
Yeah, it could.
Like I know he doesn't play. He plays a Han Solo type.
He plays a Han Solo, but it can still work.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure they'll find a way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was just wild. Like I was like, I'm not mad at him for being a Nepo baby, but it's just so funny when you're like, wow, like it's just like,
like this. Oh yeah,
it's almost like they figured out like if they like the original, they're gonna like this one too.
Yeah,
and not even know it. Yeah, they're like, you're like,
modern makeup, modern cosmetics. It's literally the better version.
Yeah, you're like, what the. Wait, so do I like him or am I just missing his dad? But crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Did you hear the rumor about the Wonder Woman? I mean, they have announced that they're making a Wonder Woman movie.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
You're talking about the rumor of who's gonna play her?
Oh, I've heard 2 rumors already.
What are the 2 rumors?
Well, I heard Jessica Green, which I didn't know who she was. I think she's like an Australian actor. She's bad. She bad.
I'm looking.
Don't get me wrong. She bad. And I was like, yeah, do that. Like 100% do that. But then I heard, I could totally see it. But then I heard they're trying to cast my baby boo, Anna de Armas, and I was like, no, don't do that.
No. You're talking. Yeah. You haven't heard this version?
No. What did you hear?
The girl from Andor. The Bix from Andor, Adria Arjona.
You heard her.
I've heard her, and she has a connection with James Gunn.
What's the connection?
She's dating Jason Momoa. So that's a little downside. But she, in a recent interview, she talked about how much she likes working with James Gunn. I guess she worked on a project of his years ago. Before Guardians and stuff.
She might have been in Super.
Maybe.
That crazy ass
movie. But, yeah, I want her to be.
Huh. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Did not cast. I like Anna de Armas. Did not cast.
No, I don't want her to be Wonder Woman. She'll find a way to get
saying
naked.
that. I have heard that.
Hey, if she's Wonder Woman, the movie will open with her like bathing in a waterfall.
I know.
It'll be like her naked in a waterfall for no reason, and I'll love it, but be like, damn, girl, that was so unnecessary. But I don't want her to play Wonder Woman. I like her, but I don't want her to play Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she doesn't fit that.
Well, for one, she's like 5'3".
Yeah, she's she has a small stature.
Yeah, it's like it'd be like casting Natalie Portman. Like, you know, like to this day, I don't figure out. I do not know how Natalie Portman pulled off playing Thor. I do not. She
didn't. We watched the movie.
I mean, we saw it. She didn't look bad though. She didn't look bad, but she looked bigger than I thought she was going to look. I was like, I'm like, that woman played a ballerina, and how's she going to play? It's crazy. But so we'll see. I mean, you know, I'm a fan of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
My man Tom King's writing the comic right now. Mixed reviews, but that's typical for Tom King. So, because like if you know people don't like him because they're dumb. So
media literacy.
You've recently exposed yourself to Tom King, so you know what it is.
Yeah, I know his style. I'm all about it. I'm about to read his Superman that you put on your Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
Or Must Read Superman.
Yeah,
Up in the Sky.
Up in the Sky. Okay, yeah.
I bought that. I'm gonna read it this week.
Cool.
As I'm prep for the Superman movie.
Yes,
but I do love Tom King.
Yeah, and speaking of Tom King, a little segue. They DC announced a new DC animated series, Mr. Miracle. You know, and it's based on one of my favorite comic series of all time, written by who?
Tom King.
Tom King,
Eisner winner. Mr. Miracle.
Yeah, I know as our non-comic listeners roll their eyes right now. You have to understand, when I met Tom King, like, I got autographed pictures and it's pages from, it's pictures from that series. His Mr. Miracle series, if you're a father of any kind, they will smack you in the face. It's
good comic to talk about on Father's Day.
On Father's Day.
It just talks about fatherhood, generational trauma.
Yeah, the choices you have to make, you know, the sacrifices you have to make, and it's a comic book, but
it does get deep.
It does.
So I'm very glad they're adapting that.
Yeah,
and we know the bar they set with their animated shows from Creature Commandos.
Yeah, which is excellent.
It'll look right. It'll be acted right.
Yeah. And they're already adapting his Supergirl into a movie.
Yes, they're like just in Tom King's bag, just like
they're just like, we're
making this.
Man. Yeah, make it do what it did. Like I cried. Like you cried, bitches.
Yeah,
I'm like that. Dude.
Like that's the movie I'm hyped up for next year. Like I'm hyped up for Superman this year.
Come on, man!
Hyped for Supergirl next year.
Look, dude. But he made Super Horse.
Yes.
Look cool.
Like
and
beautiful.
Look tragic and beautiful. Yes. Like I was like, what is happening right now? That's
He
a horse with
did.
superpowers, and I'm feeling some kind of way. Like,
Yes. And that
yeah,
is gonna look amazing.
yeah,
Thank you,
yes,
Tom King. So the fact that
yeah,
they're Mr.
yeah,
Miracle, which you just
yeah.
told me,
Uh,
that's gonna be so sad. It's a show
uh.
too, which is perfect.
Can I just talk
Yeah,
about it
it's
for
gonna be
one
good.
second?
Yeah, go
Can I just
ahead.
talk about look,
Yeah.
people? I'm just gonna say this. Imagine your father is king, and he's been at war with his brother for forever, and they decide to make peace. So your father gives you to his brother, and then your brother gives his son to you, and that's how you just make peace.
Mm-hmm.
But it was before your father even gave you a name. Like,
Yeah, you're just born.
you were just born, and then your crazy evil uncle takes you. Whereas your father takes your cousin and raises him, your nephew takes you and throws you in the pit with the rest of the orphans.
Your uncle takes you.
Your uncle, sorry, yeah, and throws you in the pit with the rest of the orphans. Yeah. And
Yeah,
all
it's
you
also
ever,
a lesson on nature versus nurture.
yeah, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And all you ever try to do is escape. So the kids name you scot free because you're always trying to escape. Oh my God. Because your father never gave you a name. That shit like beat me up, bub, when I read it.
Yeah.
It beat me up. And then the twist comes later, and I'll leave that. But you know, history repeats itself. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And there's a scene where Darkseid eats from a vegetable tray. It was amazing. It was amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, it's surprisingly funny at times and realistic.
Yeah, the shower scene. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
But go check it out.
Yeah.
It is a mood dampener, though. I know I just
It
said it's
is.
funny at
It
times,
is.
but it does
It
dampen
is.
your mood at the
It
end of every
is. It
issue.
is. And you know, I guess I got to speak on this for a minute now that we're talking about it, because I know there are people who are like, they'll never read it. I've talked to people about comic books and cartoons and anime multiple times, and I've heard the answer like, "Oh, okay, that sounds cool," but then I've also heard more often than not, "It's a cartoon," or you know what I mean, or "It's a comic book," and I think to myself like, why would you take away, like, why would you just like
the value?
Yeah, the value of something because of the way it's being presented to you. Like when you used to listen to bedtime stories or tell your kids bedtime stories, you know, you were invested in them and they were invested in them, and I don't know, you didn't say, well, this is just a story of a boy like who went to a land and never grew up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't know.
It speaks on like if you're so emotionally invested in something, why does it matter the format it's presented in?
Like I'll talk about it later, I guess. But it just trips me out that people won't open themselves up to just the idea of like when they say it's just a cartoon or it's just a comic.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a Western school of thought.
Yeah,
sure.
It really is, and it's kind of played out in my opinion. You know, when you'll go watch bad
media
stuff. Yeah, and but since it's actual people, you're okay with it. And I'm like, this is actually bad. Like, like this is bad.
This is not valuing your time at all.
Yeah. Whereas, like, you know, I've told you multiple times I could list comic books that have taught me more value than you know, a lot of other things. But anyways, so yeah, Tom King, Mr. Miracle. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that would be good. And in the realm of other superheroes, you know, Invincible, the hit Amazon show based on the comic book. They announced they're making a video game. They just showed the trailer. It's Skybound Entertainment, which is like Kirkman's company, Images, like entertainment company, whatever type of media they're doing. It's like through Skybound.
It's his studio. Skybound's his studio.
Yeah, and it's their first in-house video game. So I thought that was interesting. Released the trailer. You have any thoughts on it?
The character designs were spot on. The action was very Mortal Kombat-y, and I mean that in a good way. Yeah. I thought the trailer looked a little choppy. But I don't, you know, I'm not a gamer. So I think I said to you, I don't like, it looked fine to me, But for people who are gamers, I don't like. Does that look good? Like I honestly thought, does that
Yeah,
look good? Like
true.
if you're a
Like,
gamer, does that look good to
yeah,
you?
do the combos look
Yeah,
good? Like, yeah, what's
yeah,
the play style like?
yeah.
It's
Because I
always hard
mean,
to see for a trailer for those
well,
type
that's
of
what I
games
mean. Because
too.
like, yeah, it's just they're just cinematics. But I thought the
Mm-hmm.
cinematics were a little choppy. I did.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
but
The
it
cinematics
looked
were.
spot on.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
designs are spot on. The graphic nature fits the style of
Yeah.
the show.
But
I
see,
have
even
heard on the internet that people are upset that it was a fighting game.
really,
They are saying they wish it was an open world game and you're like
if
playing
that
as
movie,
Mark.
that game as open world playing as Mark would be fucking dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
It's basically Superman open world.
Yeah, real world damage, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like that would be dope. I
Yeah,
mean, fight
people are
game would be cool.
upset. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, but people are like, why is it a fighting game?
Yeah, and then I wonder too. Like I thought to myself, like how many different type of fatalities will there be? How many times are we gonna see the same like thing? Like he
That's
knocked his
another
head
thing.
off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like how many
there's
different
not a
ways?
large roster,
Yeah, it's
especially
not.
since they're not gonna do the comic whatever. Because I don't know what
Yeah,
happens down the line
yeah,
in the comics. They're just doing up to the point of the show. How many
right.
characters are you gonna have?
Well, I talked to our number one fan, Anthony Conrad, and he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, that's what DLC is for, baby." And I was
And that's
like,
why they're
"You're right."
doing it.
I was like, "You're right. That
That's
game
where
will
the
have
money
legs
comes
for
from.
yeah, it'll have legs for 10 years because they'll just keep adding characters to it."
Yeah, that's the state of the gaming industry.
Yeah, so I mean, I know who I'll play as. He hasn't even shown up yet, or he may have. So
Don't
I know.
spoil it.
No, I won't. But you'd be like, who? But there's one character in Invincible I've always been intrigued by, and he only popped up a couple times. But yeah, I mean it's cool.
I mean, I'm happy that they're doing something with the the IP. Like good for Kirkman.
I mean those
good for
comics
indie comics
are so hot right now. It's just stupid. Like so stupid.
The show, I mean, is so popular. It makes sense.
Yeah. When I was suggesting to people to buy those like 3 years ago, I should have bought some myself because they're so hot right now. It's crazy. I didn't tell you I was on Whatnot yesterday. So I went on Whatnot. This has to do with Invincible. So I went on Whatnot, and I was just chilling, and saw a book I wanted. Ended up buying it, but it was a whole shit show. But I ended up buying it, so I made my second purchase on Whatnot, which was cool. But I bought it like through like a pre-bid type thing. So when the auction happened, I didn't get it. I ended up getting it. So there was never like, oh, shout out to Big Matt, whatever. So I'm looking, and this dude's auctioning off Battle Beast #1, a variant cover. But
cool.
And this dude, when I tell you, he's hyping this book up to sell it, hyping it up, and I'm just sitting there listening because I already have Battle Beast #1.
Yeah.
But this was a variant, and I don't even really buy variants.
Yeah.
So I'm like listening, and he's hyping it up, talking about rarity and how much it's going to be worth and blah blah blah. But so he starts the bidding at $15. No one bids.
Really?
There's 2 seconds left. I'm like, bump it. I bid and I win. Right?
Cool.
He was like, well, Congratulations, Big Mac. You got that for a steal. And I was going to type, sure did. But I didn't say nothing because I was like, that'd be a dick move. But I was like,
it should be
sick.
only worth $15.
I was like, he was so like trying to push that book. Because then the next one he put up was the same book, but it was autographed by Ryan Otley and Kirkman.
Oh, nice.
So then he starts hyping this up. Like,
yeah.
It could be, the autograph alone is worth $100, this and that. He's like, I'm telling you, Big Mac, you got to steal.
He's calling you out.
I was just like, I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. But it was just funny. So I was like, wow.
That is funny. That's the risk of selling on Whatnot. Like, you're going live. You're in a limited pool of people.
Because if nobody bids, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
But if only one person bids, your book just went way lower than you wanted it to.
Yeah, like that's the risk because you want the instant money, I suppose.
But I saw a Hulk 340, the famous Wolverine cover.
Oh yeah.
and it was the guy said it's a fine minus, which means like you got good, very good, fine, very fine, near mint, mint.
Okay.
All right. So he said it's a fine minus, meaning it's leaning more towards very good. Right? He starts the bidding off at $2. This motherfucker goes up to $250. And I was sitting there like, you can get a near mint for $200. I was like, you guys battled it out and bought basically a very good copy.
And that's
for $250.
That's when bidding goes well.
He was happy because he was just like, you guys. I mean, the one page I was on, them dudes were acting up. They were like, "Ali, these are dudes." They were like hood country boys. I was crying.
Oh, really?
They were just like, "You're like, we're gonna make it do what it do, smack it up, flip it, rub it down." I was like, "What?" But when they sold that book for that much money, after stating the condition it was in and showing it, I was like, "These people just lost their minds." Like you literally you spent more money than you should have. But hey, whatever. Not gonna be me. I know that much. But anyways. Yeah.
It's the thrill of the game.
It must have been
part of the reason.
You're at old dad.
Adrenaline.
He's frugal. I got the book I originally went on there to buy. I got a good deal on it, and it was
nice.
It was crispy. Oh, it was so crispy.
Nice.
So I was happy. And I cut into my Claremont run. Then I got the Invincible. But anyways.
Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I was unsupervised.
Yeah. So. That's what happens on the. It's like when you give a kid an iPad. It's like you have to set parental controls.
Yeah,
Mom
I need to
set up your whatnot.
Yeah,
permissions.
She'll be like, what are you buying? I'm not bidding nothing, damn. Just looking.
Please, can I get like $10? $10 to bet on whatnot.
Come on, baby. I just bills are paid, lights are on. Come on now. Yeah. Anyways,
and this isn't like official, but I know the internet has gone crazy for this fan casting. Hunter Schafer from Euphoria, Jules in Euphoria, as Zelda. Because the live action Zelda, Legend of Zelda movie is coming out. It's actually been delayed to May 2027. From March to May. I'm guessing because Avengers was delayed. So but people are like, please cast Hunter Schafer as Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're like going crazy. And like, have you seen, and then they're like, Photoshop a picture. But it looks spot on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it, but you don't think there might be some crazy?
Oh no, there's on one hand there's people all for it. The other hand, there's
do you want to explain to the people who Hunter Schafer is? Those who don't know. Or not? You just want to let them find out on their own.
Yeah, just find out because I don't want to explain it wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Hey, I'm a grown ass man. I'll tell you right now.
No. I thought you were gonna explain it yourself.
Yeah, nah. So
Yeah, look up her your Wikipedia page. That is Zelda.
Yeah, that's 100% Zelda. Motherfuckers gonna be like, I just feel this. I get this feeling. I don't understand it. Like, what's wrong, buddy? You all right? But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that casting. I am 100% fine. I just wonder who would play Link. To be honest,
I don't. At this time, I don't know who they do.
That'd be
actors.
That'd be very interesting. It'd be very interesting. Pretty interesting commentary just on the state of things. But yeah, she's good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
She is a good actress. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that movie's coming in May 2027. Wes Ball, the director of the Maze Runner trilogy.
Oh, okay.
And most recently, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. He's doing it. So that gives me a little hope because I'm gonna guess they're going for a Breath of the Wild vibe.
Oh man,
which will require a lot of effects. Which was what Kingdom of Planet of the Apes was,
They're gonna be straight in New Zealand. Like retracing Lord of the Rings steps, like these vast open. Yeah. You know, that'd be cool though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, video game adaptations don't have a good track record.
They do
but
not.
recently things have got a little better. So we'll see.
They're like recently they're at least watchable and enjoyable as opposed to what they were.
Yeah, just bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bad. We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Another casting announcement I have is your boy Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
Yeah.
Emmy Award winner as Dr. Manhattan for the Watchmen series.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent.
Also Black Manta and Aquaman. And he's Wonder Man in the MCU show coming out this year, I guess.
It is coming out. Is it coming out?
They said this year, like this winter.
Marvel be playing, man. They be playing too much.
They are.
Yeah.
But great actor. He continues to build his resume because he's just been casted in David Fincher's Cliff Booth movie. The Tarantino spinoff movie.
No.
Yeah, you told me Tarantino is writing the movie for Cliff Booth. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Okay.
But David Fincher's directing it.
Yeah.
He just got casted.
Okay.
We don't know who he's playing, but supposedly sources are saying it's going to be Jim Brown, NFL player who
Jim
retired
Brown.
To be an actor.
Yeah.
Retired early to be an actor.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look up, if you're bored, people, here's your little sports. Look up Jim Brown's yards per carry if you're bored.
It's like 6 point something. 6 point something in a run first league.
Yeah, that dude retired from football because he was bored. Like, he literally was bored. That's why he stopped playing football. He's like, I can just go make more money.
He won MVP, then retired.
Yeah, he was just like, he can't tackle me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I guess he actually retired because he was filming a movie in London. And then the owner of the Browns was like, you have to be at training camp or we're going to fine you every day you miss. And he's like, bump it. And stood to prove his, to stand against him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm retiring.
Yeah. I think his first movie deal was like $3 million for multiple movies or something. Like, it wasn't like one movie.
I mean, but in the 60s.
Movies. Oh, yeah.
That's
Jim Brown was
money.
Richard Pryor did a whole skit about Jim Brown.
Really?
He said he hit Jim Brown with a rubber brick. It's just that alone's funny, right?
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, gosh.
But I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this actor's playing him. Because, the movie universe takes place in the 60s, in the golden age of Hollywood. Or the end of the golden age.
Yeah, end of the golden age, yeah. That'd be cool. And he's good, man. I wish I saw him in more. I wish he was in more stuff. Was he in the Get Down?
He's in big name stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish he was in more. Yeah.
He was in the Get Down. He was in the
he's in The Greatest Showman.
His Greatest Showman.
I watched it and I was like, I feel like some of his scenes were cut. Because they would keep focusing on him, but I was like, he's not saying anything.
Yeah, he's not
we
doing
don't
anything.
really know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Zendaya's brother in that movie, right?
Yeah, that's a whole nother ordeal. I watched it. I was like, how are they related? I'm trying to be mean. I was like,
I'm surprised Marvel cast him as Wonder Man. I would have loved to see him somehow involved with Black Panther. But somehow, I didn't say as Black Panther. I just said somehow involved.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's good.
I hear you.
He's good.
You have some news with Black Panther, right?
Oh, segue. Yes, I do. Did you know about Black Panther's white son?
I saw a thumbnail. Is that real? Like in the comics, right? It just happened.
Okay, I'm gonna break this down because it happened. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to read this because I need to know what the fuck is going on. Because you know about Marvel Knights, Black Panther, because you own them.
I do.
You do. Christopher Priest wrote them. Max Teixeira drew it. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Whatever. What I didn't know was that was considered to be its own continuity. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I didn't know that when Marvel Knights ended as an imprint that continuity went away. I didn't know that. So here
Was
we
that
are.
just for Black Panther or all of Marvel Knights?
See, that's it was supposed to be all of Marvel Knights except Daredevil, because that run was dope. You know, they just kept flowing with Daredevil. You know what I mean? I mean, the Black Panther Marvel Knights run introduced the Dora Milaje, Shuri, the little ball things they use.
Yeah,
There's also
like their tech. A lot of their tech.
All the tech, yeah. It introduced the idea of Black Panther as a genius, and you know what I mean. So, I didn't know that was out of continuity.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was written by Christopher Priest. So here we are, fast forward 25 years later, which is just crazy. And the story is called Marvel Knights. It's not called Black Panther. It's called Marvel Knights: Worlds to Come. And it's Christopher Priest writing it. So he's back to write it, because a lot of people say his original Black Panther run didn't age well. I don't know. I haven't read it.
Interesting. I'll have to read it.
Yeah. Just some of his concepts didn't age well. But and Joe Quesada is drawing it. And that's a huge deal, because Joe Quesada was the one Marvel brought in to start the Marvel Knights imprint.
Mm-hmm.
Crushed it. So then they made him editor-in-chief of Marvel.
Yeah.
And thank you, Joe Quesada, for everything.
Which started Ultimates, right?
Yeah, for the MCU. Yeah, for the Ultimates, for the MCU. Like, without him getting that job, none of the stuff that we're seeing now happens.
Mm-hmm.
So he came back around, fuck around, lay around with Christopher Priest to do this Marvel Knights Worlds to Come. So I read it. It's good.
Okay.
And it feels like a
clickbait.
No, it feels like a 2000s book, but good. Like, good. The art's good. The story's good. And they're doing the thing that they do in Black Panther, where you fight the current king to try to become king.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out through like the fight and then flashbacks that T'Challa's fighting his son, and T'Challa's old now. You know what I mean? And he beats him.
Okay.
But then he won't kill him. And so it becomes this whole thing. Well, he ends up, getting knocked the hell out because he won't kill the kid, and the kid rips his mask off, and he's white. Like, he's not biracial.
He's white.
Yeah. So he ain't light skinned. He's white. So it was like, huh. Okay. And like, the internet was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, well, can we read issue 2? Like, like, literally, because the book was good. And I don't want to say the book was good up to that point. The book was good.
Yeah.
And then there's this reveal, and they show who his mother is, and his mother's black. You know what I mean? So his mother's black. So it's like, well, I think we need to read issue 2.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a book making you want to keep reading? That was my takeaway. Was I'm going to actually read the next issue and see what's going on. So issue 2
hasn't come out yet?
No, issue 2 hasn't come out yet. So
interesting.
And right now, issue 1 just got real hot, which I don't blame him. I mean, but to me, it's the type of hot that I like. It's not, they're making this into a movie.
Yeah, it's like, it's just good.
It's like, this is good. Something major happened. Mm-hmm. They introduced a character that people were immediately intrigued by. Mm-hmm. So now it's hot. That's what I like. So I'm here to see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah, because basically what happens is that T'Challa's son, I forget his name, he knows he's T'Challa's son. T'Challa knows he's his son. Yeah. But he was raised by the high priest. So his beliefs are different than T'Challa's. And you find out that sometime in the last 24 years, T'Challa became a sovereign only in name. He gave the power of he turned Wakanda's power over to the people and made it a democracy with elected officials. So he was just a sovereign in name. So he has no real power except the Black Panther power, but he's not really a king anymore.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting. And they said, like, you hand a bunch of people power they never had, it takes them how long to figure out what to do with it. So Wakanda's been a bit of a mess for a while. Mm-hmm. So I was like, it's a good read.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, Christopher Priest isn't everybody's cup of tea. Christopher Priest isn't even his real name, but it was pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. And Joe Quesada's art.
Check it out.
Yeah, I think you might dig it. It might make you want to go back and read that OG stuff he did. So that happened. So yeah, Marvel Knights Worlds to Come.
Interesting. We'll have to catch us up with issue 2 when that comes out.
Yeah. It was really a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Pleasant surprise.
Some news with Pixar movie Incredibles 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's happening. Don't know when. I mean, it took them how long to make the second one, but now they announced that it has a different director because the first 2 written and directed by Brad Bird, which did The Iron Giant, did Ratatouille, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. He's a Hall of Famer. He's still writing the script and producing the third Incredibles, but he's not directing. They announced that Peter Son is set to direct. He directed Pixar's The Good Dinosaur and Elementals, which Elementals had some positive, but it gained traction.
Yeah.
It gained traction. Good Dinosaur did not.
Well, I feel like Good Dinosaur was beat because people just were over dinosaurs at the time. That movie had no shot.
No, listen, even when you're like best Pixar movies, that's always bottom of the list.
Really?
Yes, even now. Elementals isn't like people really like that movie.
I like that
Good
movie.
Dinosaur's always at the bottom.
Yeah, I literally was like, I don't know how they're going to make this work.
You watched Elementals?
Yeah, I watched Elementals.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch that.
I watched. Did you watch it?
No, I need to.
Yeah, I mean, I literally was like, I want him to make it work, but I don't know how because she really is like water, or she really is fire, and he is water.
He's water. Yeah.
I'm like, this ain't like we got different color of skin. Like we're actually different.
Yeah.
Like, different. I was like, so let's see, but it works out. It works out. I like Elementals. I actually do.
I need to watch it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I cried, but yeah, I cried. So yeah.
I mean, every review I've heard, they say it's really emotional at the end.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like yeah. So
that's why I want to watch it. I mean, this doesn't like make me nervous for Incredibles 3. I just thought it was interesting. I'm pretty sure he's not directing because Brad Bird's doing his passion project Ray Gun. I guess, I don't know, it's some character he's had this idea for years.
I'm gonna call it right now. You ready?
Yeah.
It's like a Flash Gordon type of character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how he described it.
I guarantee it.
I'm pretty sure that's how he described it.
Is it live action or is it animated?
It's animated, yeah.
Pixar.
Yeah, it's been like his passion project, forever.
I like Brad Bird.
Me too. And also Peter Son has worked on every one of Brad Bird's movies in like some way, shape, or form. Like whether as an animator, or like story editor or whatever. Yeah. He's been in his circle.
I mean, it's Incredibles. So,
Yeah.
We're here for it. Jack should be like, fuck, he should be in school now.
If they age him.
I mean, I would hope.
I would hope too.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't age him in the second one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, true, but they should.
Yeah.
They should. Yeah. I think.
Oh, I agree.
They should have Dash dealing with like being a teen,
and
he could be the man, but he knows he can't be the man because of his powers. They should have Violet come into her own and be confident. You know what I'm saying? And her mother dealing with her kids not needing her as much.
Yeah,
that's what they should do, in my opinion. Because the first one was all about
the first one was the dad, the second one was the mom. This third one should be the kids.
The kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Jack adjusting to like, I don't even know, being in school.
And it would be a metaphor for a kid with ADHD.
Yes. Yeah. And Dash having to deal with like what it really means to be the man type shit. You know what I mean? Like not be the man, but you know what I mean? Like he could be the guy, but what's that really mean?
And it's like, is he the guy because he has
he's
powers?
Yeah, or is he the guy because
he's
yeah. And then Violet should finally come into her own. You know what I mean? No more shrinking Violet. That's where they got her name from. So, yeah. I'd watch that movie. But anyways.
I mean, we'll see what they
You're
do in
welcome.
5 years.
You're welcome, Brad Bird. You're welcome. Heard it here
Yeah.
first. People, they're gonna be like, "What
They're
the?" They'll be
wiretapping
like,
us.
"Yeah, you know." I mean,
Yeah.
but it happens. It happens like once a month.
I know.
I'll be
it
like, "Wow,
does.
they just stole our whole thing and did a whole like TikTok about it and made a bunch of money." I'm like, "Huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. We said that exactly."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's okay.
happens.
We just do it for the love, you know. Well, since we're on a Disney track, have you seen the trailer for Disneyland Abu Dhabi?
I didn't even know they're making this.
Yeah, I was at your Uncle Chet's for his birthday, and he was like, "Bro, did you see this?" And I was like, "No." So he played it,
Abu
and all
Dhabi.
I'm gonna say is it looks like the future. It looks.
I
It
can
actually.
only imagine.
It looks like the future, and I'm like, whoa! Like that's all I can say because I can't even like, yo. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they're not doing the castle. You know, like because Disney
Yeah.
World has the castle, Disneyland has the castle, Epcot has the spear.
Mm-hmm.
Animal
Paris has
Kingdom
some
has
type of castle.
Animal Kingdom has the Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Abu Dhabi has this like it looked like a crystal, like it looked like the future. And yeah, people, if you get a chance, it's probably on YouTube now. I saw it on Disney Plus. Please watch the Disneyland Abu Dhabi trailer.
I see it. Yeah,
you see it?
It's frozen. It's frozen.
Is it frozen? Is that what that is?
I would guess it's. I would think
in the desert. So they're going to do Frozen in the desert. In the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, they're making Frozen. Like real life Antarctica.
Yeah, they're going to be like, it's 25 degrees here. I'm like, we're in the desert. They're like, yeah, it costs a lot to keep this place frozen.
I'm guessing.
I'll be like, yeah, I mean, but these are the people that brought us Palm Island. These are the people that brought us, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, they artificially made that land.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I watched videos on Palm Island in like 2004, and I was just like, they just be spending like money, like fake money, like imaginary numbers to entertain Americans and Europeans. They're just like, yeah, you could rent this place for $50,000 a day, and they're like, okay. I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, so this Disneyland, yeah, we'll never be there. Like, this Disneyland isn't for us.
Yeah, okay? Like, who is this for?
Yeah, it's for people with wealth. Like, so, but I mean, but it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're bored, people, watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. It's bananas. It's just like,
I'll have to check
keep
it
in
out.
mind, while they're building this Disneyland, there's people on the street can't eat.
Oh,
but anyway,
yeah.
Just I always remember
that.
Yeah, people will pay thousands of dollars to be entertained, but won't hand a homeless person $1 because they don't know where they're going to spend it. But that's just my thoughts. But I mean, I'm just saying. It's sometimes that stuff just trips me out. I'm like, wow. You'll buy that hat with goofy ears on it. And, okay. But anyways, Disneyland Abu Dhabi, it's coming, whether you want it or not. You'll never see it. But
I do not want to go there.
It's gonna be amazing.
I do not want to go to that region of the world, but
it's probably terrible for me to say, but I remember way back in the day when Martin Lawrence had his show, Martin.
Okay.
And I like a sheik or a sultan or whatever, like saw his girlfriend Gina and said he wanted to make her his concubine. And Martin had no idea what it meant. He thought it was like cool. He was like, he wants you to be his concubine. And I was like, that's really funny because he could just take her and there's nothing you could do. I was like, that's why I'm afraid to go over there because it's just a different world. The wealth is different. The power structure is different.
Yeah,
the culture is different,
Yeah.
And it's across the ocean. So, yeah. But I mean, God bless them. They're doing what they do over there. But I'm cool.
Yeah.
But,
well, in other news.
Yeah.
We have a RIP.
We actually have two.
Two. Okay. Well, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys passed away at the age of 82. Musical genius, goes without saying. Founder of the California Sound. kind of put them on the map. I guess SoCal in general, SoCal music.
Yeah, SoCal.
Yeah, a rivaled the British invasion of the '60s.
True indeed.
He
One
was
of my
82.
one of my favorite California memories was actually I was in Vista with your man, you know, LA Silk, JP Josh Patterson,
Mm-hmm.
and he took me for a ride up that drag, and he said
Yeah.
to me, he said, Matthew, these are the towns that the Beach Boys were singing about, and I was like, that's pretty fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just did like this long drive, and then we came back, and I was like, wow. But I got it. He was like, and I was like, wow, imagine being from the East Coast back then. You know, the West wasn't as accessible as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So your first experience, your first exposure to the West Coast with these songs these guys were singing about.
Yeah.
And then you get there, and it's exactly how they were singing.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I wish they all could be California girls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like, wow. Yeah. Like, literally, like, we drove through the towns that they were, like, listing off in the songs. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and they say Brian Wilson was a musical genius. And, but he also kind of paid the price for that genius, too. You know? So, there's a few really good documentaries about him. I can't list them off.
He suffered from a lot of mental illness.
Yeah. But he made really good music. Really good music. Yeah. And the crazy thing is the flip side of that is that on June 11th, Sly Stone passed away. And they were kind of like, I don't want to say opposite sides of the same coin, but, you know, what Brian did for, like, you know, what we call that beach rock, like Sly did for just like rock and roll. You know, they died 2 days apart, bud.
Who was it?
Sly from Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know, and like, and again, LA Silk sent me the Rolling Stone article about his passing. Yeah, remember we started watching the documentary about Summer of Soul?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Same,
and you know,
same age.
Yeah,
he died on June 9th. Yeah,
was it 9th and Brian was the 11th. They were 2 days apart. Yeah.
Oh.
So, two like musical geniuses, rock icons, passed away in the last, like, you know, week. It's bananas. You know, so shuffle up your playlist, people. Mix it up a little bit this week.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. If you want me to stay, I'll be around. That's my favorite. You know that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because he says, I know I'm never number two. Number one's gonna be number one. All right. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, rest in peace, Brian Wilson. Rest in peace, Sly Stone. Hell, they're both in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You have any more news? Because that's all I have.
No, that's all I had too.
All right. So we can get into some reviews real quick. How to Train Your Dragon came out.
Yes, it did.
The first adaptation for DreamWorks. I mean, who doesn't know How to Train Your Dragon? What are your initial thoughts on it?
Oh, man. I don't want to argue with you about this. It's a good day. I'm going to say this. I took your cousin Katie. She's 10.
Mm-hmm.
She liked it. I took your cousin Cairo. He's 5. He said, I didn't like it. I loved it. He said, I loved it as much as I liked the Minecraft movie. and I just laughed. And I'm here to tell you that movie had a steep hill to climb in regards to, like, the history of, you know, animated movies going live action. But I fucking loved that movie, bud. I did. I mean, about 20 minutes into it, I remembered, oh yeah, this movie doesn't really find its heart until he finds Hiccup. And as soon as he found, I mean, not Hiccup, as soon as he finds Toothless. As soon as Hiccup finds Toothless, it was over for me. I mean, you can say what you want to say. I don't know what your review is going to be, but I loved it. I cried the same spots I always cry. And, I mean, they changed a few little things. I was okay with it. But for something that I knew was going to be shot for shot, that made me nervous because I was like, he has to hit the emotional beats, and I think he did. You know, I think he did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the first Viking that wouldn't kill a dragon. First one to ride one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Look, but when your little cousin looked over at me, she said, Uncle Matt. She said, Uncle Matt, what would you do if there were dragons? And I said, I'd ride one. What would you do? And she said, I don't know. But I knew, I was like, and then your little Cairo, that boy sat there locked in. Halfway through the movie, he looked over at his sister and he said, this is a really good movie, don't you think? And I was like, and you know how he gets down, bud.
I know.
So I was like, wow. He's been locked in for this whole time. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I loved it. I give it 4.25 stars.
Mm.
Your thoughts? Go ahead and give it 3 stars. Go ahead.
No, listen. It's easily the best live action adaptation.
Easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm morally conflicted liking this movie. How much I enjoyed this movie. Because I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I did. Like it's a well-made movie. The cinematography, the acting, the production design, the effects. It's all very well done. I can't argue with that. But it's just, here's the catch-22. We complain when the adaptations are made and they change something from the original.
Yeah. Right.
But when they do something, in this case, shot by shot, and they make the live action, literally the cartoon, I'm just like, why does this exist? Because it's just taking away from the animated movie. So why I say I'm morally conflicted is because the state of the industry is now like, oh, look how much money. We know it's, look how much money we can get just by adapting this thing. But now it's literally, look how much money we can get doing the same thing. Real people. So now we're just going to recycle all our IP. Don't make anything original, because this is the easy way to make money. Print, make new products based off the live action. So, and I can't say it's anti-art, because a lot of people worked on this and it shows, like, it is, like I said, well made. So it's,
I mean, well, the guy who made the animated version made this one.
Yeah, so. He said this can only be done if he directed it, which he did. Also, fun fact, co-directors of the original was this guy and Chris Sanders, who voiced Stitch and directed Lilo and Stitch. So two of his movies,
so they were both coming out.
Have been adapted. In the same year. He didn't direct the live action Lilo and Stitch, but he directed the original. I think that's his name, Chris Sanders. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I'm morally conflicted. I'm just like, because I really enjoyed it, and I did tear up at parts. They got emotional. But I'm just like, man, this was already done.
Yeah. It did remind me. Yeah, I mean,
word for word.
Yeah. But believe me, when I was watching, I kept waiting for it to fail.
Yeah.
And by the time we get to the end, when Hiccup sits up and he sees us, I was like, no, they did it.
It didn't fail at all. Like, there's.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple moments where I was like, okay, yeah, that joke didn't work. Like, it worked in the cartoon. It just doesn't, like, that was like the only time it was like a rough translation from animation to real people. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I really can't.
You feel bad because you enjoyed it.
I only can diss it because of what it represents.
I mean, but that ain't its fault. You know what I mean? Like, I took it for what I hear.
It's made for that
I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, the job was to make me enjoy it, and I did.
But also, to circle back to what we were talking about earlier, with people being like, "That's a cartoon. That's a comic book." It's just cycling that. I'm not gonna watch this cartoon because it's a cartoon, but I'll watch the same thing.
I'll watch the same thing
that gives me not as much emotional depth as the original, because it's people.
Right. They did have some money shots in that, though, bud.
Yeah,
which
were the exact same from the
they were
3D version. 3D animated version.
When he took her flying, I was like,
And it's another thing too. We're watching it animation in a different format. When the dragons are flying,
it's still It's still animation. It's
yes,
still
just to make it look real.
Yeah, that's what I thought when they announced it. When they announced Lilo and Stitch, I'm like, but wait, it's still going to be animated because
it's just
these characters are
it's just cycling.
Yeah, because Toothless doesn't look that much different from the cartoon. Like he looks
amazing.
Like
actually,
the dragons are still cartoonish. They look amazing, but they're still cartoonish. They're not like overly
they're
reptilian.
Not like Harry
Potter.
Dragons.
Like dragon. Yeah, they're still like cartoonish dragons. So, but I loved it.
I enjoyed it too. It's just I mean the industry is literally making these because they know they can only make so much money from people and cartoons as opposed to people in live action.
I think the bottom will fall out eventually, just like you're seeing it happen with the superhero movies. People won't continue to I mean, it's only going to take so many. I mean,
by that time, AI will be making all the movies.
Then I won't go to the movies anymore. I'll turn my attention to reading classic novels. That's what I'll do.
I'm just kidding about that, kind of.
But anyways, kind of.
I did enjoy this movie. Don't get me wrong. I really liked all the actors, especially the kid, the Hiccup, and
he was excellent.
What's the other girl? Ingrid? What's her name?
Yeah. The main girl. No, it's not Ingrid. It's damn it. I don't look up. It's something hard actually. Her name's like
Astrid.
Astrid. Yep.
Yeah.
Astrid.
I thought they were really good.
They were.
Have bright futures ahead.
Yeah.
Futures ahead.
And the fact that they got Gerard Butler to come back and actually play Stoic, I was like, wow, he is actually playing Stoic. Like, who'd have thought? Which makes me wonder if they do the next one, if they'll have Kate Blanchett show up.
I would think for her, she's a good character actor.
She would. I think she would do it.
She would.
Then I think she would do it too.
And also smart. I was watching the live action. I was like, did they plan this all those years ago? Because the live action, trilogy, the OG trilogy, they age in it.
Yeah, they age.
So I'm like, So when they do these live actions, the kids are gonna be able to age. You don't have to worry about that. Actually, you want them to age.
Yeah, you want them to age. Look, bud, and
so interesting.
I remember the trailer for the third one, and Hiccup said, "Once there were dragons," and my heart just broke. I said, "Oh no!" I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. I've actually never seen the third one. Have you?
Yes, but I just you know what I did the night before I went to that movie? I watched clips of all three movies all night. And I'm sitting there
hype yourself up,
watching clips of like the final, because we were just talking about it last week. That scene when Toothless saves Hiccup, that shit is the hardest. I don't care. Like people were like, I'm like, no,
it is.
Like
it is.
That motherfucker couldn't fly without him.
Yeah,
and was like,
he wasn't trying to save him. He was just going down with the ship. Going down.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get him, but this is probably it for me. And.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, it was every scene.
Hey, the big swoops too. He was like, I was like, get him.
Yeah.
Get him, Toothless.
It was well done. Yeah.
And even the scene when they're first flying.
Still too. Yeah.
But that watching it, I really was like, I literally forgot how good this movie is. Animated or not. Like I was like, this How to Train Your Dragon is like top tier, like animated film. I don't care what anybody says. I'll put it up there with all the classics. I don't care what anybody says. That movie's dope. It was dope. And it's
so what I'm saying is just like they did it again.
Yeah.
There's like nothing new. Like why does this exist? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do get what you're saying. But I mean,
people are gonna come for me like, oh, like just if it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
Well, I mean, I know I get what you're saying. I get the point you're trying to make. But on the same note, it's like, I don't know. You saw it, you enjoyed it. Just enjoy it, and I don't know. Because they ain't all going to feel like this. You know that too.
I don't want these to keep happening. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but this is their first one, right?
Yeah.
when we get into the world where they have
Once it goes to
Steve
Kung
Carell,
Fu Panda, and it's like,
no,
how?
it's
How?
gonna be Steve. It's gonna be Steve Carell playing Despicable Me
Mm-hmm.
live action, and
No,
that's
that's
when
not
you know.
DreamWorks.
Oh, that's not.
That's like
Okay.
Illumination. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Once it gets to Kung Fu Panda, when it's
Yeah,
all
how?
talking animals,
Yeah, that'll be ridiculous. That'd just be dumb.
and when people see that, I'm gonna be like, oh my god.
Well, that's like Lion King. I don't know anyone that liked that movie. They made $1 billion.
Yeah.
So, and
I
then they
think
made
part of that was the
Mufasa.
curiosity of let's go see the live action Lion King.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy mooks.
I still give it 4 out of 5 after all that.
Yeah. After all
But,
that, yeah, you can't. I mean, it was
like
good.
I said,
It
I was
just
really
was.
conflicted. It was a well-made movie. It was.
And I guess the fact that the man who made the original made this one kind of helps because it's not like you can't say he was copying himself. Like he made it.
he
You know
was,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing what he does, and he did it right. So,
yeah, they did a good job. I'll give them it.
True indeed. True indeed. Yep. All right. Well, so yeah, people, if you get a chance,
yeah, go see
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah,
you also saw another movie, right?
Yeah, so I saw A24's latest release, Materialist, starring Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Evans. If you don't know, it's about a young New York City matchmaker's lucrative business gets complicated as she finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex. That's the premise. Dakota Johnson plays her job is she works for this agency that sets people up on dates and stuff in the hopes to eventually get married.
Now, you said that the rumor was that this movie was marketed wrong.
Yeah, not the rumor. The trailer and stuff and everyone's expectations going in it was like giving rom-com vibes. Yeah, it wasn't a rom-com. Like it was not a rom-com. It's the writer and director is Celine Song, who just did Past Lives. That movie, which was a drama. Did not know her husband is the writer of Challengers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I want to hear their conversations. But yeah, this movie's not a rom-com whatsoever. It is a dramatic movie about modern day dating and like discovering like what love is to you, like discovering like what makes a partner for you and like what you value.
Oh,
yeah. Really enjoyed this movie. 4 out of 5 stars. It's my second favorite movie of the year.
Like behind what?
Sinners.
Yeah.
This is my type of movie. Just like low stakes, but just dramatic. People, realistic. People talking about stuff. Yeah. It just, I ate it up. I knew in the beginning there's like the scene, like 15 minutes in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this.
Got you.
It got me. But even from like the very first scene of this movie, it opens on a couple, like an indigenous couple in the wild, and the man proposes to a woman with like a flower ring. And just from that very first scene, if you don't know that this is not the rom-com you were expecting, I don't know what to tell you. Because it wasn't that. I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of discourse online just because I think 50% is people are expecting one type of movie. And also when what you get, a lot of people are just not agreeing with the themes and like the final outcome.
Really?
And I think that just speaks on the movie's messaging. Like it's called Materialist, and it just talks about what you value, like her perfect match is Pedro Pascal, this millionaire, and Chris Evans is her ex who has nothing. He's an aspiring actor in New York City.
I want to check that out.
It's really worth checking out. And like I said, it talks about modern dating. Like there's a lot of comedic bits. So it's like she's interviewing this guy. this isn't a spoiler, but he's like, I know I'm trying to date older women now. Like I've been dating younger women for a while now. I just want someone more mature for my age. He's like 40 something. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, we have a lot of 30-year-old clients. And he's like, 30? And she's like, yeah, you said mature. And she's like, I was thinking like 27. And she's like,
Wow.
and because
Wow.
he said he's been dating like 22-year-olds, 24-year-olds. And she's like, what about, well, we have this 31. He's like 27. Like, and it's just like examples like that.
Yeah.
It just talks about like people trying to check all the boxes.
Yeah.
And she just says, we're dealing with people. You know?
Yeah.
You can't have everything.
No.
Yeah. It talks about like what you have to sacrifice, what you're willing to sacrifice, what makes you happy. The only downfall for me really is Dakota Johnson isn't the strongest actress.
I don't think she is either.
Yeah, I thought this would be her redemption. She wasn't bad in this, but there's some moments where I was like, man, she just can't turn it on, like, or bring it up, like elevate it, especially when she's working off Pedro and Chris Evans, who this is his best.
Oh yeah,
role.
good Chris Evans.
Good Chris Evans.
Wow.
I didn't think. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I didn't think that existed.
No.
It's like Good Little Caesars. Like
I think this is yeah, I know. This was the stuffed crust Chris Evans.
Yeah,
stuffed crust Little Caesars.
Yeah.
I think this was his best.
Wow. Wow.
So when she's playing off him or those two, she seems very monotone at times.
Yeah, because Pedro could eat her alive.
Yeah, and Pedro's good in this. You know, love him or hate him. I mean, he's in everything right now for a reason. He's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's playing the charismatic guy, and he's pulling that off well. So.
Yeah, is that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Yeah, I want to check it out. Maybe I'll take your mom on Tuesday if it's playing around.
Yeah, check it out. It's slow. It's a slow burn, but it has a lot to say.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I will. Have you heard anything about? This is off subject. Have you heard anything about the new Predator movie?
I forget what it's called. It's on Hulu, the animated one.
Yeah, no, the film.
Yeah, the one coming out in November.
Well, there's some
Predator Killer of Killers is the animated that just came
animated.
Out. Yeah, people are saying it's dope.
And there's supposed to be some post-credit scene. Did you hear about it?
No, don't tell me. Okay. I actually want to watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch it too. I just found out there's some post-credit scene that's supposed to change everything.
I'll check it out because it's the director of Prey. So like, they're like, he's saving the whole franchise.
I put Prey on for you guys that one night. I fell asleep.
I put Prey.
You don't remember? Are you serious?
I put Prey on. I put Prey on. I put Prey on. I said I've heard this is good.
People, you know what? It's Father's Day. I'm gonna go ahead and give you that. All right, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I know I fell asleep and Jens watched it and said it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
But I've heard really good things about Killer of Killers. You know the premise? It sounds like fan fiction, but also cool. A Viking raider, a ninja in feudal Japan, and a World War II pilot encounter a fierce intergalactic hunter. What the heck? That's some fan fiction, but I guess it's cool.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. It's Predator. Yeah. Like, did you see that they did a survey and like 90% of men said, "Would you get married again? Would you rather get married again or watch Predator?" And 90% of men said they'd rather watch Predator, and I was like, "That's so funny." But Predator is like one of the few movies that I remember your Pat being hype about when it came out on VHS. Like he came home from the video store like Predator. We watched it like 3 times. It was crazy. Had it for like 2 days. Watched it like 3 times. Yeah. But anyways, I digress. We were talking about.
It is an iconic movie.
Yeah.
No, that's all I had to say.
Yeah.
Go check it out. And I'm not judging you if you don't like it for certain reasons, but it does say what you value.
Yeah, get him, buddy, get him. Yeah. Okay. Materialist. I'm gonna check it out, no doubt. How many stars you give it?
4 out of 5. It would have been higher with Dakota Johnson, man. She's not
Nepo,
bad, but
Nepo baby.
she
Nepo baby.
is for sure.
Yeah. And it's not like her parents were that good.
Yeah,
That's the funny thing.
that's
Like,
funny.
yeah,
Like
it's like
whatever. You know, she just
Mama.
broke up with Chris Martin, which I didn't know they
Yeah,
were
I saw
dating.
that. Yeah. I don't think I knew that either, but I saw they broke up.
Yeah, I saw him. I knew they broke up because I saw him performing at a concert, and it was like it was pretty emotional.
Oh my gosh!
But people were like, "Well, 8 years and you didn't engage."
I mean,
you didn't pop
Mug,
and
they
pull
be
a
trying
ring
to,
out.
They remember. Well, how old is he?
He's 40. They're like 10 years apart too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, he ain't Leo. I mean, Leo's current girlfriend's 19. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you just barely missed that felony.
No, he
huh,
always
bro?
does that.
I mean, that's
his
crazy.
thing.
It's not even cute, bro. I'm just like,
Well, no. Well, here's a theory on that. You know, he worked with the guy. You know, Drake Bell. That scandal.
yeah,
Theo worked with that guy
back in the day
when he was a kid. Yeah. So you can kind of theorize what happened.
There's some dots to connect.
Yeah. There's like a video of him, Theo and him, like on set, talking. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that. But
yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
But no, I agree with you. He has a habit. So, reviews are done. You want to finish off with the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. You really got me with this one, boy. It was tough.
Yeah. So if you are new here, every once in a while we do a segment called about Mount Rushmore where we have a topic and we give our 4 to represent that category. This week's topic for Father's Day, it's best father/father figures and child relationships and movies, specifically movies.
You said father and child. Oops.
You could do father son. I said father child because I didn't just want to limit you.
Okay.
I didn't want to make it that difficult.
I was struggling.
I did make it movies because I was like, next year we'll do something else. you catch my drift. But yeah, this time it's father figures, and child relationships. You want me to go first? Because I know you were struggling.
I want you to go first. I have my list, but I am interested in hearing yours.
I'll be brief. Mount Rushmore's 4, if you didn't know. So I'm gonna start off with Mufasa and Simba from The Lion King. Iconic. I mean, everyone knows these names. I think Mufasa's only in the movie for like 15 minutes, if that. But he gives some solid advice in that time, alive and dead. Some advice that you can think about even in your own life. And he sets an example to his son for what a great leader should be. Up next, I have Cooper and Murph from Interstellar. This is a father-daughter.
Yes, it is.
It's not a perfect relationship. It is complicated.
No, it's not.
I mean, it starts off good. He's a girl's dad. I think that's what it's called. But as she grows, he leaves her, and she grows to resent him. But I mean, come on. By the end of the film, he's light years away, and through the love of his daughter, he's able to come back home, and she saves the planet through her dad, and vice versa. So I mean, because they even talk how like love transcends space and time. So I had to put him on there.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that.
And up next, I have George and Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
Wow.
This one's not your traditional.
I like your list. I do. I like this
list.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
This one's not your typical father-son dynamic. It's fun seeing Marty, the son, teaches dad, in the past how to be confident and, eventually end up with his mom through what Marty teaches him. So it's a fun little twist on that dynamic, and it's a great movie. And then finally, I have Mr. Miyagi and Daniel LaRusso from The Karate Kid. Mr. Miyagi isn't a stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up. So
I like it.
he's and Miyagi is in our vernacular. That means like wise teacher and whatnot. Like people know what Miyagi means. When just saying it as a joke. And we see later, not just in this film, but later in the franchise, how much Miyagi means to Daniel, and Daniel means to Miyagi. They're just more than just a teacher. They really do care for one another. And it's not always perfect. They have some bumps in the road. They don't get along, but by the end of the day, they are there for one another. So that's my Mount Rushmore.
I like it. I like it a lot. See, now I don't know where to start.
I didn't have like the different symbolisms. I just put them all in there.
Well, it's funny because Daniel and Miyagi are on my list.
Oh, okay.
They were like my goated, like Daniel and Miyagi. So
I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect
it's just I was just like, yeah, it's Daniel and Miyagi.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, I have Mickey and Rocky on my list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always liked the idea. This is Rocky 1, Mickey and Rocky, and it carries all the way to 3. But the idea, especially in Rocky 1, I thought how Rocky was like, his life hadn't worked out the way he thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
And Mickey was kind of disappointed in him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it was like the whole, what about my prime? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think about that. And yeah, that's a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
that's a good one.
Father and son relationships can be very complicated. I accidentally did 5, but I'm not going to say all 5. But
you can sub one out. So since I did Daniel and Miyagi.
Okay, yeah, and you are
before, yeah.
Well, I did Peter Parker and Uncle Ben. You go from any Spider-Man movie that exists. He may not be a factor for long in the movie, but he's a factor through all the movies.
For his character.
Yeah, he teaches Peter the ultimate lesson that he carries with him for the rest of his life and defines him as a person and as a hero. So big up to Uncle Ben. so yeah, I had that one. Next I had Baloo and Bagheera and Mowgli.
Oh.
And I feel like Baloo and Bagheera together,
yes,
were able to give Mowgli the ultimate, I guess father figure. He had the joyful playfulness of Baloo that fathers can be, but then he had the stern, teacher that you get from Bagheera, and they, both helped shape Mowgli into who he was.
Yeah, good co-parents.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, I always dug that. And lastly, Marlin and Nemo.
I thought about them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, as a dad, yeah. How will he ever do anything if you don't let him do anything? Mm-hmm. That is like one of the hardest lessons, I think, for a parent to learn. Sometimes we gotta just let you guys go do what you do. Mm-hmm. Case in point. So, yeah.
And he also traveled across the ocean as a clown to save his son.
Hey, all pipes lead to the ocean, baby boy. Yeah, that movie. Yeah. I think I took you to see Nemo. Were you like 5, 6?
No.
No, you older than that?
I was like 4. I was young.
Yeah.
That came out in 2003.
Jeez, just keep swimming.
If I was 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I took you. I could probably list your first 10 movies. But anyways, and then they broke our hearts with the Dory movie. But anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cash grab. They were like, we gonna just smack a Dory on
that a couple times.
Oh, mercy. And people don't even talk about the Dory movie. They still talk about Cars 2. I'm like, you need to talk about the Dory movie because that shit was terrible.
The only time I see the Dory movie mention is at Disneyland when you can talk to Crush. Sometimes they have the beluga whale come out. And I'm like, he's from the Dory movie.
That happened.
That's the only time I remember this.
Was it called Dory? What was it called? Finding Dory?
Yeah, it was Finding Dory.
She found her family in that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. That movie made money too.
It did. It wasn't Nemo. But yeah, that's my Mount Rushmore.
That was a good list. I liked it.
Thank you. I really liked yours.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
I'm honestly,
topic.
I'm surprised you didn't put Indiana Jones in.
Yeah, The Last Crusade.
I really, because I know you like that movie. I did. Put that.
I was struggling. I struggled with this all week, but like most of those came to me like last night, and my biggest issue was finding healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, you have all these movies where these father-son relationships are a hot mess, you know, and it's like this struggle. And I was like, man, like as soon as you said Mufasa, I was like, damn, I should have said that. That's good. Like I was like, that was a good one. Like, yeah, his dad literally like, you know, but yeah, that's usually what you get is these like struggles.
Yeah.
Between, you know, like, cause I just watched
stuff. Yeah.
Like I told you, I just watched How to Train Your Dragon, and at the end of that, yeah, you love Stoic and Hiccup, but prior to that, it's like their relation's toxic as hell, you know. So and it's just because lack of understanding of who their kid is.
Yeah.
But so wow, this is a good one for Father's Day. Good job, bud.
I try to be timely.
Yeah, I see what you did right there. Good job. But yeah, so that was tough for me, man. It really was. It really was.
We came up with a good list.
I think our lists were pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, more to come, people. Believe it or not, One Piece is on a hiatus this week. So there's
the manga.
New. The manga, and I've had such a busy day, I didn't get to watch the latest episode. So yeah. But
next week.
So that's all I got for Anime Corner. So
that's all I have in general.
Yeah. Well. That's all I have. So I guess until next time, he's Son.
And he's Pops.
And thank you guys for listening. I thought you were about to say something.
No, I was waiting. I was like, did you remember your phrase?